one. All right, that was an accident. Hey, how everybody? How you guys doing? Yeah. I'm doing a little weird tonight. These new gas prices, they got me in a bit of a financial crisis. Yeah. I don't know if you know too much about comedians, but we are all poor. And I'm at that level of poor now where I have to pick and choose what bills I pay. For example, like I said, I'm from Ann Arbor. I had to skip paying my water bill this week so I could afford the gas to come out here. So I don't have any running water at home right now. You guys are here for the show. I'm just here to take a shit. Let's hurry this set up, okay? All right. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. When I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with a condition called high-functioning Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. No, that's not the reaction I had. No, but it's kind of weird, right? Because it's not very obvious about me. Like, you'd have to spend a lot of time with me one-on-one to really figure it out, and then it kind of sneaks up on you out of nowhere. Like for me, man, you just turn around one day and I'm like, ah! I like trains! And it burns when I pee. Like I said, it's not very obvious about me. You know, in fact, some of the closest people in my life don't even know until I tell them. I guess you could say my autism is in the closetism. But it was a challenge for me growing up, it was, because I didn't know how to socially interact with anybody, I didn't know how to talk to people. It took me to my freshman year of high school to really get a grasp on it, and I'll tell you what the secret is. Turns out, if you take all the money that you saved up from your birthday, and you buy weed with it, people will steal that weed from you. Yeah, evidently 1 gram of weed is not supposed to cost $50. I learned that last week, actually. But I didn't tell anybody before I started stand-up, because I remember when I told one of my first few friends, who's my best friend, Melvin, I said, Melvin, I have Asperger's syndrome. He said, what? I said, I have Asperger's syndrome. Before I could finish what I was saying, he grabbed both his butt cheeks and started backing away from me. Oh, he's not contagious, dude. You can't catch it. I just know a lot about Thomas, okay? But like I said, it's not very obvious about me. I don't do too many autistic things. One of the things that I do, though, is I'm always picking up random facts and retelling them to people. For example, I actually learned this a couple days ago. There's a town or a place in Michigan called Hell, Michigan. You guys know this? Yeah. Turns out, it's just Flint. All you gotta do is drink some water to figure it out. All right. No, I know I started myself off with a little bit of bad news about my water bill situation, but I do have some really good news. Me and my family wish this huge celebration for my mom. She's officially 6 years sober from her heroin addiction, so that's pretty cool. Hey. She's also been dead for 6 years. But it still counts. Yeah, I love the claps on the punch. No, it still counts, and still do her social security checks. All right, these are jokes. I'm kidding. She's never approved for social security. I don't get this. All right. No, it's been 6 years. I'm used to it. I am. I've had a little more experience with it. I make jokes about it. Who's not used to it, for example, are my coworkers, right? Like on Friday this weekend, we were talking about what we're gonna do for the weekend. And I asked my buddy, I said, hey Joe, what are you gonna do for the weekend? He looked at me dead in my eyes, he said, your mom. I was like, that was a very ashy weekend, my friend. I don't think that's what you're saying. I'm an adult orphan. I am. It's a weird experience because people don't know how to react to you when you tell them. I remember it was just a few days after it happened. I was working at a Burger King at the time. I was talking to a guy at work about it. I said, yeah, my mom, she just died. She just passed away. He goes, wow, dude, that's terrible. I'm sorry. Can I get a number 13 with a large fry? I was like, Diet Coke, that was her favorite. He's like, actually, I don't need it anymore. That's good. I'll tell that joke though when people kind of jump on me because like, wait, you always talk about your mom. You say you're an orphan. What about your dad? And I'll tell them this. My relationship with my dad is a lot like a game of weapon, right? I can't find the fucker. But when I do. Now, I've had people come up to me after shows, concerned, right? They're like, Will, I hear your jokes and I feel bad for you. I want to know, are you okay? I want to give you a hug. And so I just want to say this in front of everybody here real quick. I'm fine. You know, I drove 2.5 hours to get validation from strangers tonight. I'm fine. Give me firearms. It'll be okay. I'm in an interracial relationship with a black woman. Yeah. Woo! Half my family doesn't talk to me anymore. No, that's crazy, right? Because my dad's father, my grandfather on my dad's side, when he found out, he actually pulled me aside. He said, William, I need you to understand one thing right now. Colors should never mix. And I was like, obviously, you've never had a gas station slushy before. that is the only way. No, that's cool. He did actually die though, my granddad. He fell down a flight of stairs. But it's okay though, because he was racist. Like, cancels each other out, right? My girlfriend's awesome. She is, man. We were sitting there the other night. She's using the massage gun on my back. She's doing it for like 20 minutes. And like, she was hitting the wrong spot the whole time. And I didn't say anything to her until she was finished. I was like, babe, you know you basically did nothing. You hit the wrong spot the whole time. And she's like, yeah, I know. How's it feel, motherfucker? So I got humbled the other night, is what I'm trying to say. But we got any basketball fans in here? Really like basketball? Yeah. I'm a huge fan of basketball, man. I love basketball growing up. This is like this weird thing my generation did ago. If we took a paper ball or really anything, and we crumpled it up, if we made it into the trash can when we threw it, we'd shout, Kobe. Right? Yeah, you guys did. Well, things that have happened the last few years, I think we should change that up a little bit. I think we should start saying Kobe when we don't make it. Oh, so the dead mom jokes were cool. Are we all on? Alright, see how it is. Alright, guys, that's all for time for tonight. Thank you so much. Keep going for those.